with how I saw them shoot, it just made so much more sense to do it their way, and I was able to clear it much faster than the way I would have done it. And we'll have some B-roll in here as well.
B-roll. B-roll, party time. B-roll. It's B-roll time.
What's up, guys? It's Jake with TN Tac Pack coming at another video, and today we are talking about the top 5 things you need to know before you get into your first pistol match. So if you're watching this video, it means you're looking to get in competition shooting and you're looking for a good place to start. Maybe you've got a family member or a friend that's been doing it for a while, or maybe you watched a John Wick film and you saw where Keanu Reeves actually trained out in the range doing 3-gun and IDPA and USPSA and stuff like that. Well, this is going to be a good video for you. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 main things that you need to know before you get into competition shooting, before your first match. So that way, not only do you have success, but you also have a really good time too. Number 1, on the day of a competition, most ranges operate as a cold range. What does that mean? A cold range means that you keep your firearm completely unloaded, nothing in the mag well, and you keep it unchambered. In fact, you also keep it completely holstered at all times. At no point should your firearm come out unless you're over near your car or in a designated safe space that's already been decided on, where you can unholster and finagle, maybe disassemble, whatever you need to do. Usually you can do that in your car. Otherwise, you keep everything cold, unloaded, and holstered. Even if you just need to check something, you need to get permission before you do that from the RO, because safety is a #1 priority when you're shooting these matches. And that takes us into point number 2. The RO, the range officer, is God. Whatever he says goes. He is going to give you different commands throughout your turn of shooting a match. He'll start off with, all right, you may load and make ready.
All right, Jake, make ready.
At that point, when he says that command, then you can load your firearm while pointed down range and not pointing at anyone else and keeping your finger off the trigger. And then he'll have you reholster.
That's a fancy ass cannon.
Thank you. I just got it. I'm testing it out by being here. And then he'll say,
are you ready?
You'll nod your head or say yes, indicating that you're ready. And then he'll say,
stand by.
And then you'll hear a beep, and it'll be your time. You'll be on the clock, you'll be shooting that stage, and he'll be watching, he'll be right behind you, like a little angel in disguise. The most important thing is never, ever argue with the RO. Like I said, the RO is God. If you have bad behavior, unsportsmanlike conduct, not only can you get penalized with extra time and points and stuff, he can disqualify you. He can give you penalty points for not following rules of certain stages, and he can also give you warnings and heads up about different things. Basically, he's the judge watching to make sure you're safe and to make sure you're not breaking any rules, such as the 180. Which takes us into number 3. You need to watch the 180. What do I mean when I say watch the 180? When you're in a match, you're going to have a 180-degree field of view in front of you that you can shoot at, okay? Spanning from your left to your right. In certain circumstances, the 180-degree may actually be less. It may be called the 180, but it's really less because of certain setup or arrangement of the stage. You might have to have a narrower area that you're allowed to shoot in. The point of the 180 is this. If you cross that 180, let me show you real quick. This is the Canon Arrival, by the way, review coming soon for that. As you can see, we're clear. So, the 180 goes from here. I can have my gun all the way here. Let's say this is my stage, okay? As soon as I cross over and suddenly it's pointed at the slightest angle past that 180, I am disqualified. Instantly, do not pass go. There are no takebacks. No redos, even something slightly like that, okay? You can go all the way from here. You can go all the way, in most stages, shoot all the way across. But as soon as you break the 180, okay, it could be like that, it could be like that, could be like that. That's a big one. You're out. And it's the easiest and most common way shooters get disqualified. Happened to me too. Even if you fall to the ground, as long as you maintain the 180, you're still in the match. Time's still ticking, of course, but you're not out. You're not disqualified. Hopefully we don't have any B-roll of that, but that's happened to me in the past too. As long as you keep the barrel down range, you are still in the match, always. Make sure you keep your finger off the trigger too, so you don't have a negligent discharge as you fall, because if that happens, you also get disqualified. So point number 4, make sure that you actually do your part and help kind of reset the stage. That means getting those little brown stickers and pasting the targets. That means resetting the steel back up if there is steel. Help out, because there's usually going to be about anywhere from 6 to 10 people in your squad of people, and each of those people have to take a turn shooting that stage. And so the more people that help out, the faster you can get through those runs, and then everybody can just move on to the next stage. It just makes the overall match just run a little bit smoother, and nobody really likes a lazy shooter or someone who just sits in the back and reloads their mags and just sits there and shoots the shit with their buddies, not helping anyone out. Also, going back to number 2, the RO can call you out on that. He can penalize you if you piss him off. So don't be lazy. And last but not least, number 5, pay attention to other shooters and how they shoot the stage. You'll get into some stages where it's kind of, at first glance, it seems kind of complex to shoot it in the most efficient manner, but you'd be surprised what you see other people do. You may actually see a more efficient way of shooting a stage or a particular part of it that you otherwise wouldn't have even thought of. So we start out on this orange piece right there. Everyone looks like they're going to start shooting over here, and there's 2 down there you have to hit. And then you come to this corner here, there's 1 right there. I think I'm going to reload right there so I don't run out of ammo. And I'll do that as I'm moving to the 3rd position, which is further up right there where most people are gathering. And it's just burning down the rest of the targets. You might see some people that are more experienced than you that show you a couple of shortcuts. You might see some people that have less experience than you that they may shoot the stage a little bit less efficient, a little bit slower. So you can really learn from their mistakes, but you can also learn from their good practices as well. Watching the other people shoot is just overall safer for everyone, because the more eyes are observing, the more likely is that nothing bad will happen, like a negligent discharge or breaking that 180 or something with putting someone at risk. It's always good to watch the match, most importantly for safety, but also because it'll make you a better shooter when you start picking up some of these habits that other people do. Guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Did this video help you with your first match? Or maybe you shot one and you wish you knew this. Love to hear from you. We'll see you next time. Three.
Birds.
Yeah. Are you going to come in?
Birds. Birds.
Yeah, sorry, I had my glasses while I was doing that.
Birds.
So, number 1.